Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rainbow.
And today we are talking about a guy most of you probably know. Maybe you don't know the name.
Yeah.
There are a lot of famous Chris movie stars these days.
There are. Chris something.
Definitely know this guy from all the Marvel movies, the Avenger movies, and of course he is Captain America.
Captain America!
Yes.
He's so hot.
You're a fan.
He's very hot.
I think she's a fan.
Oh, my goodness. But, you know, incidentally, very funny. I kind of only really like him when he's Captain America. Because that movie made such a strong impression. Like in my mind, that whenever I see him in other roles, I'm like, why is Captain America playing another role?
Interesting. That kind of I also kind of relate to that because when I saw Captain America, I thought, oh, this guy's good and he's a new actor. And then I found out, no, he's been making movies
I thought he was a new actor too.
Right, he's been making movies for a long time. So he's had a really interesting career. He's very handsome. He's very popular. I think it's safe to say he looks good with his shirt off.
At least in that movie.
He's
a
good-looking guy who works out.
Good face, too.
But I would also say he seems like a really nice guy.
I think he's super nice.
I've heard lots of stories and comments about he'll say kind things on Twitter, you know. He'll be really good when he meets the fans.
He's like very sweet, like kind of like mellow.
He's a dream.
Sweet. Yeah, he definitely has that look.
I'm developing a crush on Chris Evans. And we haven't even started the article. And you know why it makes sense that we like him? Because he's more than a Marvel.
Oh, well, that's a play on words.
As it says
I like
there,
that.
You could
More than a Marvel.
You might even say he's marvelous.
Marvelous.
So let's find out all about marvelous Chris Evans and Chris Evans, More Than a Marvel.
Part 1.
Hollywood star Chris Evans, best known for playing Captain America in the Marvel movie franchise, has become a household name thanks to his good looks, talent, dedication, and charity work. Recently, Evans was chosen as People magazine's 2022 Sexiest Man Alive. Evans notes that the honor feels like a weird form of humble bragging, and the recognition is just the latest in a long list of career achievements.
All right, so yes, our article is titled Chris Evans, More Than a Marvel, and there is a little joke in that title. Marvel
because
Comics.
He was in the Marvel movies.
The Marvel movies, but also being a Marvel is kind of being wonderful or special or very unique or just really awesome, like Chris Evans. He's more than a Marvel, more than an action superhero movie star, and also more than just a fantastic guy.
More than just good looking.
That's right. Well, let's find out all about Chris Evans, what he's doing, what he did, and what he plans to do in the future.
Hollywood star Chris Evans, best known for playing Captain America in the Marvel movie franchise, has become a household name thanks to his good looks, talent, dedication, and charity work. Okay, so we're not just talking about being good looking, but of course that's number 1 on the list, and then he's also talented, dedicated, and does a lot of charity.
That's true.
Are very different things.
I think the charity work is number 1 on the list. But
I think
then
the good-looking one is the number 1 on the list.
I don't appreciate Chris Evans with a shirt off quite as much as you do. But it's probably true to say that Chris Evans is now a household name.
Yes.
A household is basically just a home or a place where people live, okay? We don't use this word too often. It's an adjective that will be used in special situations. You might talk about household economics, like how much money your family makes and spends on shopping and rent and bills and things like that. Household security, you might talk about, cameras and locks on your doors. So it's a very specialized term, but when we put it with name, a household name, that's a common term that we use when talking about basically people who are popular, famous, or well-known. If something was kind of unknown before, but it becomes very common, it becomes a household name. You could say maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Twitter wasn't really a household name. If you said, are you on
Just
Twitter?
Facebook.
Did you tweet? people would go, oh, what was that? But now everyone knows about it, so something that was kind of unknown has become popular, common, and well-known. It's become a household name. Here's an example. McDonald's has become a household name.
Of course, it's in every country, everywhere.
That's right, everyone knows what McDonald's is. And Chris Evans there is almost as popular as McDonald's.
Almost.
Yes.
Chris Evans also does a lot of charity. And what does that mean? That means that he donates a lot of money or he involves himself in organizations that help other people. So charity organizations that are related to charity can be for kids, for animals, for the environment, for the UN. A lot of celebrities are involved with charity. This is a way to use their platform or their fame to do good things for the world and inspire other people. Because if we see that Chris Evans is doing a lot, maybe we can do a little bit too. Even though he's donating so much and then we donate a little bit, it's all doing charity and just giving everybody the wealth and the abundance that we have. My sentence for you is, my mom works for a charity that provides books for low-income families. So maybe they're collecting the books that people donate and giving them to families who can't buy their own books as a way of charity. So it doesn't have to be just money, but all kinds of resources. It could be your fame, your time, and anything that you have to offer others.
There you go. And charities that buy books for people, I think, are great. Back to the article. Recently, Evans was chosen as People Magazine's 2022 Sexiest Man Alive. Wow.
That's very sexy. Like, alive? That's
the
a
sexiest
lot.
Of
Yeah.
all the men in all the world. There's like 4 billion men. He is the sexiest.
I think that's too much.
He's also probably one of the few famous people that they would choose. They only choose famous people for this award.
Yeah.
But over the years, right, Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, these big movie stars have won this award. So that's kind of a nice thing, but it really doesn't mean much. And Chris Evans, he's got a level head. He didn't let his head get too big about this award of being the sexiest man alive. Evans notes, or he sort of commented, that the honor feels like a weird form of humble bragging. And the recognition is just the latest in a long list of career achievements. It's probably slightly below winning an Oscar or an Emmy or something like that. But sure, it's a compliment for a magazine to say, oh, you're such a good-looking guy. You're the sexiest man in the world right now. But he says it's a form of humble bragging. And that's a term that basically means when you're saying something about yourself, you're trying not to sound proud, but clearly you're very proud about this.
Because the world knows you're the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't want to be the sexiest man alive, but they say I'm the sexiest man alive.
So I guess I am.
I feel silly. Hi. You know, it's that kind of thing. But definitely it's a nice form of recognition. And really, it just says he's a popular movie star that people think is good looking. Yeah.
So when you have a lot of recognition, that means people recognize you for what you do, who you are, how good you look, or something that you've done or that you show to the world. So when you have a lot of recognition, that means people look at you and they admire you and they sort of all take a vote and they say, yes, you are one of these great characteristics. Doesn't have to be how you look. It could be your art. It could be maybe you are the most successful. Julia is an artist who wants recognition for her work above all else. So she doesn't want people to say you are beautiful. She wants to say your work is amazing. Okay, let's take a very quick break and then we will talk more about Chris Evans' life and maybe how he became the sexiest person in the world.
Fascinating.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次要介绍的人物是在漫威电影系列里面当中饰演美国队长的 Chris Evans 克里斯伊凡。那么标题里面用到 more than a marvel 来描述他，这其实是一语双关。Marvel 当名词可以指令人惊奇的人或事物。那么字首大写的时候 ，Marvel 我们常常就是用来指漫威。好，课文写到说 Chris Evans 因为他的俊美的外貌，还有才华、奉献精神，还有慈善工作，他已经成为家喻户晓的名字了。那他最近获选为《时人》杂志2022年最性感的男人。他自己就说啦，这项荣誉感觉像是一种奇特的谦虚自夸。好，他用到 humble bragging， 它其实就是由 humble 谦虚的加上 brag 吹嘘自夸的动名词来组成 humble bragging， 去表达说故作谦虚的自夸。好 ，Mike 老师说，Chris Evans 感觉很沉稳，他没有因而变得很自负傲慢。我们这边可以补充一下，你可以用 level-headed。这边要不要加连字号都有不同的写法，你可以 level-headed， 或者是把它合在一起 level-headed 来描述头脑冷静的或是沉稳的。那相对的，你也可以用 big-headed， 中间要不要连字号都有这种写法哦。那 big-headed 可以形容是自负的、傲慢的。好，再来课文单字 household， 它可以形容家庭的，那也可以形容是家喻户晓的。当我们用 household name， 就是指家喻户晓的人或事物。再来 charity， 它当不可数名词可以表达慈善工作、慈善事业；当可数名词可以表达慈善团体机构。好，那么 Rainbow 老师提到说，很多名人投入慈善事业，可能是利用他们自己充足的资源啊、财富，或者是利用自己的平台来发声。老师有提到 celebrity，celebrity 可以表达名人或是名流。那么 abundance，abundance 则可以表达丰富啊、充足的那种意思。再下一个课文单字是 recognition， 它表示赞赏、认可或是承认。那补充单字用到 dedication 就是奉献、投入，它是不可数名词。我们学一下它的相关词性 dedicated， 就可以形容是全心付出的或是专注的。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 thanks to， 表示由于、幸亏。那它是偏语介系词，后面要接名词，它就跟 because of 意思相近，那么常常是用来指出正面的原因，像 thanks to your help, I was able to solve the problem successfully。多亏了你的帮忙，我才能顺利的解决问题。好，接回课文中。
As a child, Evans lived just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. His father was a dentist, and his mother was the artistic director at a theater. She strongly encouraged her son in his early pursuit of acting. Evans was first attracted to acting after his older sister began appearing in plays, and he regularly attended acting camps and performed musical theater throughout his youth. Evans moved to Southern California in 2000 to pursue an acting career. Most of his first jobs were in television, though in 2001 he appeared in the well-received Not Another Teen movie. A few years later, Evans gave a breakout performance as a Marvel superhero, only it wasn't as Captain America, but as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. It wasn't until 2011 that he found international fame as Captain America in Marvel's Captain America, the First Avenger.
Okay, let's find out about Chris Evans' background a little bit and how he was as a child and where he was from. As a child, Evans lived just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. Boston. His father was a dentist and his mother was the artistic director at a theater. Wow. Okay, so he does have some artistic roots. She strongly encouraged her son in his early pursuit of acting. So we know that he's not just famous for the Marvel movies, and actually, as Mike said, he's been around in the acting world for a very long time, and I could see why his mom encouraged him, because they have similar interests and probably a similar love for acting and the visual arts.
That's true. And a pursuit here, when we talk about pursuit, it basically means to chase, to go after something, to try to get something that's not easy to get. Of course, the police will be in pursuit of the bank robbers as they drive away with the stolen money. They will chase after the bank robbers. A high-speed pursuit on the news or in a movie is very exciting, people chasing each other. But we can also use it to talk about your career or what you want to do in your life. If you go in pursuit of an Olympic gold medal, that means you'll dedicate your life to becoming one of the best athletes in the world. Or if you graduate from medical school, someone would say, wow, you succeeded in your pursuit of being a doctor or something like that. You're chasing after something, you're going after something, and it's probably something that's a little challenging and difficult and will be hard to be successful. For example, many people will do extreme things in their pursuit of wealth. Some people focus their life on the pursuit of wealth
for money.
And riches and things like that. They're going to go after them, buy lottery tickets, go gambling, try to get a high-paying job. They want money, 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 and they'll go after it any way they can. All right, back to the article. It says Evans was first attracted to acting after his older sister began appearing in plays, and he regularly attended acting camps and performed musical theater throughout his youth. So he was a theater kid.
He was a theater
Sometimes
kid.
we call them theater kids, the kids who will be in the drama club in high school, act in
me.
school plays, maybe go out to try to get even TV parts
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
still
yeah,
young.
yeah.
He did all of that kind
All
of
of
stuff.
that.
He saw his sister doing it. Of course, he probably had seen his mother doing it too. And he decided, probably from a very young age, that that was really what he wanted to do as well. But I don't think it's news for anyone. Boston, Massachusetts, beautiful city, lots of great universities.
Close to New York.
Not exactly the entertainment capital
It's a very
of America.
serious studying place.
That's true.
Harvard.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote a movie in Boston, but then they also had to go to Hollywood to get it made, and that's kind of what Chris Evans discovered. Eventually, I gotta get out of Boston if I really want to be a famous actor. So he did.
Evans moved to Southern California in 2000 to pursue an acting career. Now, this is the time when all the stars were in Hollywood. This is those big names. The year 2000, that was a big year. Most of his first jobs were in television, though in 2001 he appeared in the well-received Not Another Teen Movie.
All right, so he was in a comedy film
while
at
ago,
that
yeah.
time. That was one of those films that kind of makes fun of other movies. So I think a lot of us have enjoyed those over the years. So he was in that, and I guess was very funny and did a very good job. It says a few years later, Evans gave a breakout performance as a Marvel superhero. Only it wasn't as Captain America, but as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. That's true. He had a connection to the Marvel movies before they kind of became the really big, famous Marvel movies we know after Iron Man and
Yeah,
Avengers.
that was the time of Jessica Alba.
He was in the ones just before that, right? With Jessica Alba in the Fantastic Four movies, which were okay, but I don't think quite as successful. But I guess the people at Marvel saw something special in him, and they made him into another superhero, and that was the one that really turned him into a household name. And when did that happen?
It wasn't until 2011, well, that's so many years later, that he found international fame as Captain America in Marvel's Captain America, the First Avenger. Ooh, that was a good movie.
I
That
seem
was
to remember
amazing.
That was kind of fun, and he played like a really skinny guy,
He did,
and
he
then
did,
he was
he
a
did.
big muscular guy with his
and he was in the war.
shirt off all the time. Anyways, he got a lot of
hot.
fame from that part. Fame is basically being famous. Famous is an adjective, a famous person, a famous place, a famous song. Fame is what that song, place, or person has. They are famous, they are very well known all over the world. If you want to be a movie star, a pop star, a top athlete, or maybe just a YouTube influencer.
Oh, who are so famous nowadays.
You are looking for fame. You are
So
looking
famous.
for the fact that people will know you, love you, maybe make you rich, but certainly you won't walk down the street without people saying, "Can I get a selfie?" And that'll be
Can I get
part
an
of your
autograph?
life because you're famous, right? Like Wendy. Wendy gained her fame as a TV host.
Amazing. Okay, so we are finished with the article for today about Chris Evans, and that was a very exciting intro to some of the movies he's been in and his background, and I really like him, I think.
I think you do, and
Great
that's
guy.
great because he seems like a nice dude. And we're going to find out
face.
more about this nice, famous, handsome dude who looks good with his shirt off tomorrow. And I think we'll also find out about some of the acting projects he has coming up so you can clear your schedule because there will be more Chris Evans movies to see. We're sure of that. And we'll find out all about it tomorrow. See you then.
Bye.
Chris Evans 的母亲是一个剧场的艺术总监，那么母亲在他早期追求表演的时候，有大力的鼓励他。Chris Evans 在整个青少年时期就常常参加表演营队啊，表演音乐剧。那么2000年的时候，他搬到南加州来追求演艺事业。初期工作大部分都是在电视上，那么几年后，他就因为饰演漫威超级英雄而有突破性的表演。不过不是演美国队长哦，而是演在这个惊奇四超人当中饰演 Johnny Storm 霹雳火。那么直到2011年，他才在漫威的美国队长中以美国队长一角来享誉国际。好，单字 pursuit 在这边当名词，它是表达从事啊、贯彻或是追求、寻求。当我们用 in pursuit of something， 就是表达从事、追求某事物。再来 fame 这个名词，它表示名气或是声誉。有名气的人可能会遇到粉丝要签名啊，一起自拍。这时候老师有用到 selfie， S-E-L-F-I-E， selfie 就是自拍照。还有用到 autograph，A-U-T-O-G-R-A-P-H， autograph 表示亲笔签名，尤其是指名人的亲笔签名。好，这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 not A but B， 表示不是 A 而是 B。那么 A、B 词性要相同。例如 When I heard the story, I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was absurd. 当我听到那个故事时，我笑了，并不是因为它很好笑，而是因为它很荒谬。好，第二重点是 It wasn't until ... that 主词加动词。这样的句型其实结合了分列句和 not until ... 去强调说直到什么才怎么样。我们就先复习一下，分列句的句型是 it is 或 it was 加上原句强调部分加 that 加句子其他部分。那第二复习重点是 not until 表示直到...才怎么样，后面可以接名词或子句。所以呢，我们接着就用 not until 名词或子句去作为分列句要强调的部分，那句型就变成 it is 或 it was 加上 not until 名词或子句加 that 再加句子其他部分。举例来说 I didn't hear about their breakup until yesterday。 好，那我们现在就先把这个 not until yesterday 拿出来摆在 it was 和 that 之间。这时候助动词 did 就不需要咯，那它后方的动词 hear 要改成 heard， 所以句子会改写成 It wasn't until yesterday that I heard about their breakup。 直到昨天我才听说他们分手的事。好，以上这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hollywood star Chris Evans, best known for playing Captain America in the Marvel movie franchise, has become a household name thanks to his good looks, talent, dedication, and charity work. Recently, Evans was chosen as People magazine's 2022 Sexiest Man Alive. Evans notes that the honor feels like a weird form of humble bragging, and the recognition is just the latest in a long list of career achievements. As a child, Evans lived just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. His father was a dentist, and his mother was the artistic director at a theater. She strongly encouraged her son in his early pursuit of acting. Evans was first attracted to acting after his older sister began appearing in plays, and he regularly attended acting camps and performed musical theater throughout his youth. Evans moved to Southern California in 2000 to pursue an acting career. Most of his first jobs were in television, though in 2001 he appeared in the well-received Not Another Teen movie. A few years later, Evans gave a breakout performance as a Marvel superhero, only it wasn't as Captain America, but as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. It wasn't until 2011 that he found international fame as Captain America in Marvel's Captain America, the First Avenger.
The brand's health museum, which was established in Changhua Coastal Industrial Park, is the first museum in Taiwan centered on health. Brands emphasizes the importance of health and guarantees scientific correctness, enabling the public to gain a better understanding of physical wellness through interactive multimedia experiences. The entrance of the museum is designed to look like a large chicken essence container. When you enter the museum, you will feel as if you've set foot on a street of 19th century England. A replica of founder H.W. Brand's car is placed in the museum. Mr. Brand's chicken essence recipe and a 180-year chronicle of Brand's history are also on display. To help visitors better understand the purity and origin of Brand's raw materials, a one-of-a-kind panoramic VR tunnel was built. When you walk into the tunnel, you enter a sea of flowers, a canyon home to swallows, and a water curtain poultry farm, all of which offer fun experiences. The entire 11-step production process of Brand's chicken essence is demonstrated at the Sky Corridor. Brands attaches great importance to quality control, enabling customers to consume its products with confidence. The human body scanner scans the body, identifies parts of the body that may experience health problems, and offers health advice. The health station includes 4 sections: health measures, Genki Magic Mirror, memory game, and healthy spokesperson. After acquiring scientific measurements and engaging in interactive high-tech games, visitors can document information on their physical health in the Health Passport. Visitors can then reference this information and adjust their schedules or determine which supplements to take. Empty chicken essence containers are used in the DIY underwater wax jelly activities. This activity is quite popular, well loved by families with children, eco-friendly, and fun all at the same time. Next to the activity area is the shopping area, where all of Brand's health supplements are on display. A sampling zone was established in the shopping area where visitors can try all of the products. After you finish touring the museum, remember to buy some of Brand's quality products to give your health a boost.